Namaskar. I welcome to our channel Wisdom Coaching Center. As a series of lectures, today we are going to have teaching and learning session on biological classification. This is the second chapter of first unit. As we have learned biodiversity and hierarchy of classification. But there are system of classification, and that was supposed to set as an advanced development in the field of classification. Until today also, systems of classifications are improved and going on improving as the knowledge is being unfurled in the field of biodiversity. And this will be continued when new species will be produced or developed with that species, with that new characteristics, there will be some changes in the classification system. It is said by all the scientists, one who has developed the classification system. So it is an ongoing process of classification. But it is very important to know about the history of classification, that Aristotle was the first one who had a scientific approach towards the classification. Earlier in our Sanskrit or in our history, that Sushrut Samhita, where we have been used plant and we have classified that plant as a medicinal plants, but it was for the use, not for the study. Aristotle, one who had began to have the classification, that was the first effort for the study purpose, and that was so to learn or to begin first, that we are going to learn this lesson, biological classification. This is the second chapter of first unit, which we have to learn in detail about systems of classification in this lecture. As I told you, that first effort or first scientific approach towards the study, that first system of classification was proposed by Aristotle, a Russian scientist, a philosopher, Aristotle, in 360 before Christ, 660-65 before Christ. Along with his disciple, Aristotle's disciple, Theophrastus. He classified plants into herb, shrub, and tree, and he classified animal into red blood animal and non-red blood animal. So non-chordate, they are non-red blood animal, and chordate as they are red blood animal. So he did not say chordate and non-chordate. He just say that red blood and non-red blood animal, anemia and anemia. So this was earlier effort to have the classification of these plants and animal, although it was very simple, but still that beginning is always respected. Therefore, credit goes to Aristotle to begin the system of classification, and he later called as a father of zoology, and his disciple called as a father of botany. So let me write as a part of NEET, it can be asked in NEET, that Aristotle, later known as father of zoology, and Theophrastus, later called as father of botany. So please keep a note of this, can be asked in NEET examination. So it's very important. So this is for NEET and this is for NEET. So these two things you please keep note of. Now systems developed. This was first effort and there was a long gap till to 18th century. In 1753, another scientist, Carolus Linnaeus. Now, this was the first effort. Now, second effort, that system of classification proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. So, Carolus Linnaeus, in his book Genera Plantarum, in 1753, around 1753, he had classified plants based on only one or two character, and that later that system was called as a artificial system of classification. So he has given two kingdom system. He has given two kingdom system. His system named as two kingdom system. So what was it? That two kingdom system was that simply having two groups of organism, Plantae and Animalia. Plantae and Animalia. Now all the plants are grouped into under the plant, although they were having very different characteristics. All the animals they grouped under common animal, although they are having very different features. It was really artificial and it could not continue later since there was no further classification. So simply saying all that either chlorella or banyan tree, they are plant. But see, chlorella are aquatic, unicellular and living in water. Banyan tree is very large with a very dynamic feature, can't be in a one group. Why it is found insufficient? Because he did not consider morphological characters, so that there were demerits. So what were demerits of this system? Demerits of two kingdom system. Therefore, it is discarded. Two kingdom system was one, that he did not consider following features, and therefore it was discarded. He did not consider wall structure. He did not consider thallus organization. He did not consider mode of nutrition. He did not consider phylogeny, and so on. Therefore, his system found insufficient and could not practically use one. But before R.H. Whittaker proposed five kingdom system, till then this was the accepted system. But later, when Whittaker proposed five kingdom system, then this was almost discarded and five kingdom system continued. Five kingdom system set a base for the future classification system, as R.H. Whittaker had classified this whole organism into that five groups or five classes, and it was really best effort from Whittaker, that he classified into five groups: unicellular prokaryote, unicellular eukaryote, multicellular non-green plants, multicellular green plants and animal. That is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia, which we are supposed to continue into the next video as a second part of this video. I hope you did understand that history of classification system along with Aristotle's initial effort to classify the plants and animal and two kingdom system. If you are in doubt, you can ask in comment section. I appeal you to join our series of lectures by subscribing it and by pressing bell icon. You will be notified whenever new video will be uploaded. Thank you.